There's someone who wants to talk to you today, because silence is no longer protecting him, it's exposing him. He knows he didn't treat you well. He knows he ran from conversations that mattered. He knows he let his ego, stupidity, immaturity, fear, sit in the driver's seat for far too long. And here's the brutal truth. It was never about you doing too much. It was about him doing too little, and resenting you for noticing it. He believed love should be earned by silence, not words. He believed confrontation means rebellion. He believed emotions should fit into a filter. He believed the one who speaks first loses. So he weaponized coldness. Not intentionally, just idiotically. Distance felt safer than expression. Stonewalling felt smarter than vulnerability. Short replies felt easier than accountability. Avoidance felt like power. It wasn't power. It was cowardice wearing boots. He wants to tell you now. He wasn't emotionally strong, he was emotionally constipated. He wasn't mysterious, he was confused. He wasn't protecting his peace, he was rejecting your truth. He didn't handle the connection poorly because you were intense. He handled it poorly because he was afraid of anything intense, even love. You felt the pull. You felt the bond. You felt the energy shift. You felt the connection even when it hurt. But he felt it too, and it scared him into becoming someone smaller than himself. He turned your love into pressure, because pressure reveals cracks, and he had cracks he didn't want to name. He treated you not so great before, because you triggered awakening, and awakening felt like loss. Not the loss of love, but the loss of ego, and his ego was a fragile little dictator. He understands it now. The connection didn't attack him, it summoned him. Your honesty didn't try to win, it tried to save. Your emotions didn't try to manipulate, they tried to translate what he couldn't say. But translation needs two speakers. He refused to show up for the dialogue, and refusal created damage. It created confusion, misunderstanding, pain, a storyline where love felt unsafe, and honesty felt expensive, and vulnerability felt like defeat. But defeat happened anyway, not by choosing honesty, but by rejecting it. He tried to guard his ego. He ended up starving his heart. He thought coldness would numb the bond. Coldness only froze the surface. Under the ice, the connection survived, pulsed, waited, evolved, because soul connections don't die when rejected. They change character. They become teachers. He wants you to understand something crucial. He doesn't excuse his past behavior. He's explaining the wiring behind it. This was never your fault. It was his lack of internal nervous system capacity for emotional transparency. He wants to say, I wasn't ready to be seen. I didn't know how to love without control. I wanted depth, but I feared its entrance. I held shields against the only person who wasn't attacking me. I hurt the bond before learning how to speak inside it. And speaking now feels like exile from the man he once pretended to be. Because the man he pretended to be didn't exist. The man who exists now is honest, flawed, evolving, humbled, awake to what he feels. And maybe honesty arrived late, but it arrived necessary. He's not asking to rewind the pain. He's asking to end the confusion that created it. Because the bedroom wasn't the boundary. The heart was. And before anything physical, he should have given you emotional orientation first. You don't want intensity without context. He finally gets that. Connection without truth is trauma. Intimacy without clarity is exploitation. Love without accountability is noise. And he created noise because he feared silence that speaks. But now, silence is speaking anyway. It's telling him the truth he delayed. You were never the problem. You were the revelation. And revelations feel painful to those who don't want to change. But you wanted love to evolve him, not break him. It evolved him anyway. It just wounded you during the process. But it won't anymore. Because he finally sees that ego doesn't deserve loyalty. Truth does.